Who snorked in my hair? Leaves. Good morning. Welcome to Breakfast with Spaniels. I don't know what it's doing everywhere else, but it's a rainy day here in New Jersey. I think it's like that through a lot of the country, and I think it's a little stormy here, there, and everywhere. Today's a big day for us. Scout's going to visit the surgeon today, so I have to say I've been using the cold laser on his ears. I skipped yesterday because I didn't go to work or go to the office, but I lasered his ears every day since last Wednesday. I did it a couple times a day over the weekend, and they're actually a little better. I hate to think that I've been sitting on the cold laser therapy and haven't done it for the past few months, and that could have solved the problem, but I didn't use it. But we'll see. We'll see what the surgeon says today. I don't know if he's a candidate for the surgery. I don't know if I want to put him through the surgery, but we'll see what happens. So he still smells bad. There's still nasty stuff growing there. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about real quickly, because we're going to have to get out the door to get to the veterinary appointment today, I wanted to talk about keeping your pets safe during storms and bad weather and tornadoes and things that you can do to make life a little bit easier for your pets. For us, it's not such a bad thing because half of our dogs, actually over half of our dogs, are pretty deaf. And we've got quite a few who also don't see very well. So the storms don't bother them near as much as they might have in the past. My mom's dog used to get really upset by storms, and she doesn't hear very well anymore. So I have to say the storm phobia is actually decreasing around here. So, and growing up, my grandmother, my mom's mom, used to be so afraid of thunderstorms that she would hide in the closet. And they always had Dalmatians. And so she and the dog would literally curl up in little balls in the closet and shut the doors. And it actually is not a bad way to cope. So if you have pets who are really storm phobic and thunder phobic, and you know there's going to be big storms, there are certain areas of the house that are going to be a safe haven for them. So if you have a basement, and particularly if it's a finished basement, head downstairs. If your pet cannot see the flashes of lightning and cannot hear things as well, and they're not feeling as much vibration in the house, they're going to be less frightened. So in our old house, actually even in this house, in our basement under the stairs, we actually have some crates set up because that's where our dogs, when we feed in the basement, and about 2/3 of them eat in crates because they all eat at different rates and have different medications in their food. We want to make sure that everybody gets what they're supposed to. So for them, that's actually a happy place. So if we were going to have a tornado or a really bad storm and I was worried about the dogs, we would all go down and get in that area under the stairs. We can stack and fit in probably 5 or 6 crates in that area. So we really could pack in dogs and people and be in a very safe place. So it's underground, they don't feel the vibrations, they don't hear the noise, and they don't see any flashes of light. So if we went down there and played some music and fed them some treats and maybe put a Thunder shirt on, these guys would be happy as a clam. They'd have no idea that anything else was even happening upstairs. So find that safe haven. It might be under the stairs or in a closet in the center of the house if you have a big walk-in closet, somewhere where they're going to feel secure, somewhere away from the windows. If you don't have a place in the center of the house that's away from the windows, then get light blocking blinds or curtains, something that's heavy that you can close in one room so that they can't see what's going on outside. So at least we take away one cue from the storm. So we get rid of that visual cue. Find something that your pets really enjoy. So, if there's a certain game that they like, that they play with you, if they like being groomed, that might be a good time. Hi, Dave. That might be a good time to, do some grooming or do some gentle massage. My sister does T-Touch. So T-Touch would be a great thing to decrease anxiety during a storm. So you can learn how to do that. She's been doing daily videos teaching different T-Touches. So that might be something that you could learn to do that would be calming for your dog. Thunder shirts, thunder capes. They're two different things, and I'm not sure if the thunder cape is called a thunder cape, but there is a cape, a storm cape, that is made of a material that is supposed to decrease the static electricity that is in the air during the thunderstorms. And there's also the thunder coats, which basically are snug. You snug them up on them and it swaddles them like you would swaddle a baby, or like they were getting in the den up close to their mom. Playing soft, soothing music. So this is kind of like when we were talking about going for a car ride. This is not the time for heavy metal, although heavy metal might block out some of the thunder noise, so you never know if you have no other choice. I just can't imagine that being soothing for our pets. And just remember, their ears are more sensitive than ours are. And thunderstorms actually come with a smell with the changes in the ozone. The pets, remember, their sense of smell is 100 times what ours is, and that's why a lot of times they will know that the storm is coming before we do. They feel the pressure changes. For dogs with SM and CM, those pressure changes can be actually very painful for them. So there's somebody who says they don't have a basement. The only thing they have is a bathroom with no windows. Well, the bathroom can be a safe haven. Go get in the bathtub. That's supposed to be actually one of the good places to be during a tornado if you don't have a safe place. And it's funny, my dogs get behind the toilet, because they're looking for that safe place. And I remember we watch the Weather Channel. We like to watch the tornado things. And there are many, many stories, particularly in schools, teachers taking children and going in the bathrooms and everybody huddling down behind the toilets. And after the storm blows by, the roof is gone, the walls are gone, but the kids are still hanging on to that toilet. So your dog's pretty smart. That's a safe place to go. They're just looking for that safe haven where they can hide, and they're not seeing the lightning and they're not hearing the thunder. So things that you can try besides the coats or the capes, a little bit of lavender. Again, those DAP diffusers or Feel Away diffusers that we talked about, which are the pheromone diffusers. Lavender is very calming, so you can use that as an essential oil. You can use that as a spray. This might be a time where Rescue Remedy might come in handy, but Homeopet also makes Storm Stress, and they make TFLN, which is thunderstorms, fireworks, and loud noises. And I'll tell you a story. One year at the shore, 4th of July, when we had our house down there, we had all the dogs with us, and about 4:30 in the morning, Shayna, this little one right here, who's now pretty deaf, she just was in a panic. About 4:30 in the morning, she's pacing back and forth on the bed, licking us, nudging us, standing on our chest, staring in our face, going, "Hello, you need to wake up." And, we kind of said, what the heck is her problem? And we kept, go away, go away, go away. Put her on the floor, see if she needed to go pee. That wasn't what she wanted. She wanted right back in bed. And she was just in a panic, just frantic, and we couldn't figure it out. About a half hour later, one of the worst storms came rolling in, and we realized she knew that storm was coming. She was pretty storm phobic. She was in a panic. And so the only thing I had with us at the shore at that point was the Storm Stress made by Homeopet. And it was a new product to us, and I don't even know why I had it with me. And I said, well, you know what, I'm going to give this a try. So I went and got it, and I gave her a few drops in her mouth. And, about 10 minutes later, she was still pretty antsy, so I gave her another dose. And about 5 minutes later, she was sound asleep snoring. And she has never been afraid of a storm since then. And that was about 5 years ago. So I don't know whether it just reset her. I don't know whether it just made her realize, hey, that wasn't so bad, whatever. But, from that point on, I kind of said, that stuff is really good. It is on my Dr. Judy Morgan website. But that's just our own personal experience. We had a great result with Shayna. That's the only dog I've ever used it on. She did great with it. Most of our dogs are really fine with thunderstorms. George is a little bit anxious. And I have to say, Hugh and I love a good thunderstorm. So at our old house, we had a deck on the back of the house. And we had a tin roof put on because we absolutely love sitting there and listening to the rain on the tin roof. So we sat out there during this just absolute boomer of a storm. And all the dogs are out there with us, and because they always want to be where we are. Most of them were sound asleep because they couldn't hear a thing. George was shaking in his shoes. Now, the bad thing is he didn't want to be in the house by himself, and he was just petrified no matter how much we snuggled him. So we all ended up having to go in, and we couldn't enjoy the storm like we would have liked to. But, it's more important that he be not afraid. So what's the stuff? The stuff is called Storm Stress, made by Homeopet. And it comes in a bunch of different sizes depending on the size of the dog. But like I said, that's just my one experience with Shayna. I don't know if it would work that well on all dogs. The TFLN is another one. The two formulas are just slightly different. The flower essences, they make the panic attack for that, and some dogs might need a combination. But the lavender works as well. So there are many things. Some people will give melatonin. Some people give Benadryl. I don't find that Benadryl makes dogs sleepy. I don't think it really, rain on a tin roof is so relaxing to me. We had the rain chains, the whole 9 yards. We absolutely love it. I don't find, for me, Benadryl makes me flat on my back. I don't find for dogs that it does that much. Some people say it takes the edge off. It's funny, when I was growing up, my grandmother used to say, take an aspirin, it will calm you down. Now, aspirin has nothing calming in it at all. I have no idea where she got that from, one of those old wives' tales. So there are a lot of things that we can do, and I will tell you, if you have dogs who are really afraid of the noise, take a cotton ball and stuff it in each ear. Sometimes that muffles the noise just enough. I do that sometimes when I'm doing chiropractic on dogs with the activator, and it makes a popping noise that some dogs don't like. We'll stick a cotton ball in each ear, and then they're fine. So sometimes if you can just distract the dog, snuggle them, don't play into the fear. Don't say, it's okay, it's okay. Distract them. Do something different. So the Nina Ottosson toys, which are the little puzzle games, if you have a dog who's food motivated, something like that, play with those, when it's not storming, get them used to it, get them to like it. Have something that you can distract them with. If you have a dog who does nose work, or a dog that likes to play hide and seek with treats, you can hide treats around the safe area. Just things that would, make them feel more comfortable. Camping in the rain, man, we just love that. We'll sit under the awning and listen to it on the awning, or listen to it on the roof. I need cotton balls. Charlie is snoring. Yes, let's see. Yeah, that's him. I thought it was Shayna, but it's Charlie. So anyway, storms, not such a bad thing for most of us. For those of you who are in Tornado Alley, I wish you the best. Stay safe. Hide behind your toilet, in your bathtub, under the basement stairs, or in a storm shelter. If we ever move south, I'm making Hugh design us a great storm shelter because I'm a little nervous about tornadoes. All right, we're off to the Surgeon with Scout. We'll let you know how that goes. Everybody have a wonderful day. Tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. See you here. Say bye.